Our sermon for the third Sunday of the year, 2021. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. The Gospel today is all about the calling of the first disciples. Our Lord came to earth to teach us how to get to heaven. We have been called by virtue of our baptism. We are adopted as children of God the Father. Our Lord realised that he needed people to help him spread the good news. That would only have 3 years to get across the message of salvation. The strange thing about the call of the disciples is that they did not hesitate or argue or question him further about his plans. When our Lord called Simon and his brother Andrew, they were in the act of casting their net into the Sea of Galilee. You can imagine how much concentration they would have had to use to get into the position. Rowing or sailing the boat out into the right spot in the lake, and then getting the heavy net all ready to throw into the right position. It is not the time for someone to distract you or draw your attention away from a job in hand. But it just says in the Gospel that they left their nets in the water and followed him. Then the same with James and his brother John. They were mending their nets. I remember on holiday in places like Kos in Greece. That's when you could go on holiday. I used to love wandering around the harbour, watching the fishermen mending their nets. They were gnarled old men, used to the fierce heat of the sun, usually sat in the shade with a big pile of nets beside them, passing them through their hands, looking for small tears in the net, and then they used to repair them with a big needle. It was back-breaking and repetitive work, but necessary so that the nets would not tear and lose their precious catch. So that is what these disciples were doing when our Lord called them. And it says in the Gospel, they just got up and followed him. We have not been called in such a dramatic fashion as them, but we still have been called to follow him.